Hello again guys, it's Echo Chair here, back to what if video on the channel. This is what if Goku was trained by the Grand Priest from a young age. But yeah, let's get straight to this video. So I'm gonna start off this video with the space pod, which is currently heading towards Earth. This space pod belongs to Goku, but this space pod suddenly then gets caught in some magnetic space, or like it's just sucked into a wormhole. Simply putting it, Goku's space pod gets sucked into a wormhole. This wormhole then dumps Goku, at like the Grand Palace, or Grand Zeno's Palace, or in Grand Zeno's dimension. So when this pod arrives there, the Grand Priest senses the presence as he heads outside. When he heads outside, he then sees the pod. He walks over to it and opens it, where he finds a baby Goku inside. The Grand Priest, then looks at Goku and starts to see, the potential in this boy and says, he has a lot of potential. Suddenly, Grand Zeno comes out and says, "Oi, Grand Priest, Daishinken, what's going on out there?" He asks, "Oh, my lord, it seems we have a Saiyan here." "A Saiyan? How did he get here?" The Grand Priest then takes his staff and starts to look in his staff as he sees, how Goku's planet was destroyed and, how it was meant to head for Earth. So, Grand Zeno then says, can we keep him? Grand Zeno says, the Grand Priest then says, "Are you sure, my lord?" Which, the Grand Zeno then says, "Yeah, that would be good. He may also train him to, to become something much, much more." Which, Daishinkin just nods his head. So Daishinkin then begins to raise Goku, pretty much teaching him in the ways, of like the Grand Priest ways. He teaches Goku, the Omni fighting techniques, and some other techniques. He also teaches Goku how to create things, with the creation key. He teaches Goku how to destroy things with destruction key, doing most of those things. Goku is pretty much going to be like the Grand Zeno's herald, a person who can go around, killing things down. If there are any threats to the universe, Goku is to take care of them. So that's pretty much Goku's job in future. So as Goku is being raised, Goku is pretty much accustomed to playing with Grand Zeno. Since Grand Zeno is also like in his kid-like state, he also plays with young Goku. So Goku and Grand Zeno have a bond, which is known as a brother, a big brother and young brother bond, with Goku being the young brother, Grand Zeno being the older one. Since your Grand Zeno is a bit wiser, so Goku begins his training with the Grand Priest, as he first unlocks Super Saiyan, as Super Saiyan, or Super Saiyan 1, as people like to call it. I'm not really sure about it, guys. I'm not gonna lie. So let's continue on. So in the other side of the universe, Universe 7 on planet Earth, Vegeta had arrived on planet Earth. Pretty much this time Vegeta was found, by Grandpa Gohan. When Grandpa Gohan found him, I think Vegeta was already like 4 years old. 4 years old. As he could speak. As he then told like Grandpa Gohan who he was, and told him that he was like the Prince of all Saiyans, which Grandpa Gohan nodded and took in Vegeta. So Grandpa Gohan taught Vegeta all he could, as Vegeta did the same things Goku did, but Vegeta is not dumb. He's pretty much smart. I'm not gonna lie there, Vegeta is pretty much smart. So Vegeta then like still has to over to like what's this guy this is Master Roshi, where he meets up with Krillin. Since Krillin like came to become Master Roshi's student. I forgot about this in the previous like part or season I made, or movie I made, where Krillin goes to Master Roshi. So Vegeta goes there and begins to learn under Master Roshi, as he learns the turtle style there with Goku. Currently Goku is training in the Grand Priest in the hyperbolic time chamber, which 1 minute out there is an hour in there. So pretty much a day is I don't even know, I don't do math. So yeah, you guys can do that math. So as Goku is sparring and training with the Grand Priest, he's getting stronger. He has already unlocked his Super Saiyan 3, which at first took a whole lot of energy out of him, but he's gotten used to it, and he's now perfecting the form. So Goku then asks Grand Priest if there are any other forms higher than the Super Saiyan 3, which Grand Priest then nods and says, "Yes, they are very much, Goku. There's Super Saiyan 4, Angel, there's the Ozaru form as well. Which Goku then says, Ozaru form, what's that? Which the Grand Priest then shows Goku what the Ozaru form is. It's a giant monkey, which is like tons of power. If you're able, to like master your Ozaru, then you get Super Saiyan 4. Which Goku then says, yeah, I might actually try that out. Goku also learns, about the legendary Super Saiyan mode that he can also go into since he has kept his tail and he has most of his potential. So, Goku then nods to this as we now time skip everything. Goku is currently 18 years old. So Goku is a teenager currently. Goku pretty much has grown a lot. His muscles are a bit much more defined. He wears the same clothing as the Grand Priest, pretty much. And he's super strong. I'm not gonna say how strong he is right now, but I can say he's like at a level that surpasses all of the angels, but not the Grand Priest and Grand Zeno. So Goku's like above the angels pretty much, which we all know like the angels teach the gods of destruction, so the angels are very strong. So Goku is like above the angels pretty much. So we then see Goku walking through the throne room where he sees Grand Zeno there. As Goku then arises, he then bows his head, which Grand Zeno then says, "Oh Goku, you don't need to bow your head. You're a family." He says, as Goku then nods and says, I'm just being respectful, Zeni," which Grand Zeno then just chuckles. So Grand Zeno then says, "Goku, I need your help with something." Which Goku then says, "What can I help you with?" So Goku then, and the Grand Seth then says to Goku, "Goku, I need you to go into the universe and get rid of some people." Which Goku then says, "Oh, who exactly?" "Can you go to Universe 7 and get rid of a tyrant? His name is Frieza. He's threatening the mortal balance, with the more planets he's conquering and killing people. He wiped out the Saiyans, which has lowered, the universe's, mortal number." Which, Goku then nods his head as he then heads off. So, with Goku is currently heading off, to planet Earth, where he thinks, Frieza is going to be next. So, with everyone on planet Earth, so things similarly happened the same as if Goku were there, but it was Vegeta this time. So Vegeta was now in Goku's place. Vegeta had already married Bulma and Chi-Chi. Together he married both of them. Since he had promised Chi-Chi that he would marry her, as well as Bulma, and telling her that they might just get along. So Bulma had also made a capsule. The Piccolo arc had also been there. Rebellion Army, all that stuff had happened pretty much, as well as the Android arc, as well as yeah, pretty much all those arcs had pretty much happened the same as in canon. So continuing on with the story, Goku arrives to planet Earth, where he senses a high power level. As he then heads towards that place, where he then finds Vegeta. Vegeta currently is sparring with Piccolo, as Piccolo is trying to get stronger. So Goku then lands and says, "You're a Saiyan." Goku says, as Vegeta then looks at Goku and says, "You are a Saiyan as well. What is your name?" And then Goku then says, "Oh, my name is Goku, but my Saiyan name is Kakarot." Which Vegeta then says, interesting. As Vegeta then says, "How strong are you?" As Goku then says, "I've already attained Super Saiyan." Goku says, which Vegeta then says, What? You've attained Super Saiyan? How's that possible?" Goku then says, I've trained very long and I've become very powerful." Which so Goku and Vegeta then begin to talk, exchanging stories, about the Saiyan race, as well as some training regimens. Frieza still then arrives, as he then attacks planet Earth. This time, he just does some hit and run since he knows there's two Saiyans there. So he does hit and run tactics as he then finds information about the Dragon Balls on Namek. So Frieza immediately heads over to Namek to go and collect these Dragon Balls so he can, become immortal. So Bulma still makes the ship, as they head together since Goku is not even rushing. They head together to Namek where they then find Frieza's ship there. So they then begin to get the Dragon Balls the same as in canon, with the Dragon. They manage to gather most of them before Frieza's men do. They then head over to Goru's place, where Goku then asks Goru for the Dragon Ball, which Goru, sensing Goku's pure thought, He then, said, very well, as he gave Goku the Dragon Ball, as well as unlocked Goku's potential, which Goku had a lot of potential. Um, but yeah, it was wasted. Goku, put all that strength and potential into creating with the son. What's the name of his son? Gohan. But Gohan freaking wasted that opportunity. Disappointment. I'm sure that Goku was pretty much disappointed in Gohan, but Goku being the carefree person he is, just allowed Gohan to go with his training and shit. So yeah, not happening since Vegeta is pretty much like Gohan and Trunks' father. So he ain't letting that shit happen. Nope, that shit ain't happening. So he's gonna train him to the bone, pretty much. So continuing on, Goku and Vegeta, as well as the other people the other heroes who came with them, head over at Frieza's ship where they find Frieza, with 3 Dragon Balls, which Goku and the others have, the rest of them. So Goku then tells like Grandmaster Goro to take like all like the Namekians away from the space and put them in the spaceship so they can head off, since Goku's not sure what the fight would do with the planet. So Goku and Frieza began to engage each other, but first was Vegeta wanted to test his strength against Frieza, which Vegeta immediately got clapped by Frieza. Frieza not even holding back shit, since he wants to get this off with, he wants to become an immortal being. So Vegeta, after losing, which takes a toll onto his pride, he manages to unlock Super Saiyan. As he then powers up, starts to punch Frieza, beating Frieza up a bit. Frieza, seeing this, then goes, moves up his forms as he then goes, into his like normal body form. As he then wraps his tail around Vegeta's waist, almost breaking Vegeta's bones in the process. As then he delivers a few blows to Vegeta. Vegeta then gets knocked out, and Goku, then like takes Vegeta and chucks him, to where Bulma was, and he then gets put in the spaceship. Goku and Frieza then stare at each other as they immediately launch at each other. As they then go into a very skilled martial art battle, exchanging blow for blow, going left and right. Goku, using his incredible speed, to use some precision punches on Frieza. Frieza, seeing that he has no choice, as this person pretty much looks like he's very much strong and will keep up with him. Frieza, then goes into his golden state, since I doubt that he wouldn't, since he had learned, that some other Saiyans had survived, and he wanted to come out on top. He wanted to be the strongest, not those monkeys. So Frieza pretty much just trained himself to the bone. He's yet unlocked the golden and platinum forms for himself. So this is even before Dragon Ball Super. So we know that Frieza is pretty much a lot stronger. But Goku has been trained by the Grand Priest, so he pretty much one-shots Frieza, as he wanted a little fun. So Goku then one-shots Frieza, as he then, cuts him up and destroys him, pretty much. Some of, like Frieza's forces, seeing this, they then leave the planet, as, the planet is pretty much, rupturing as he wants to explode. So the planet still explodes, the same thing. So time skip a month. During this month, of Goku actually defeating Frieza, he then like hunts down the rest of the Frieza force, destroying them all, not leaving anyone. So except for a few which managed to escape Goku's grasp. So after Goku's done with his mission, he then like tells Whis about Earth, and tells Whis that there's some good food there, as well as that he must train like the Saiyan which is there, so that he might actually become the next candidate for the God of Destruction. Which Whis then nods his head and says, I'll think about it, Goku. As Goku then nods his head. So now Goku then heads off, back to the Grand Priest or Grand Zeno's palace, where he continues further his training. So back to canon, the Majin Buu arc still happens, as well as the Cell arc as well, where I think Vegeta has seen his children, which are Trunks and Gohan, as well as a young Gotenks and Bulla as well, pretty much, because I think Bulla is pretty much gonna be the same age as Gotenks. So things have moved successfully for the Z fighters. They've been raising their families, and life has been going great for them until Beerus the Destroyer wakes up. Beerus wakes up with like a hunger for a fight. He wants to fight something. He's had a vision of a certain person who looked pretty powerful. He was a Saiyan god. So as Beerus wakes up, he then looks up at Whis and says, hello there, Whis, which then says, "Oh, hello there, my lord. How can I help?" It then says, "Whiz, I've had a vision of a Super Saiyan God. This person is supposed to have power actuating to on my own." Vegeta, Beerus says, not Vegeta, shit. So, Beerus then says, Whiz, are there any strong people in the universe? As Whiz then takes his stuff and begins to show Beerus everything that's been going on. He then shows, like how Whiz was defeated, As Beerus then says, Whiz, who is this person, this Saiyan? Which then explains that this person, is like the Grand Peace, is like Grandson Herald. He's the one, who travels, to different universes to stop threat, threats, which being like threats to the multiverse. Which person says, I would love to fight him one day. So, with Goku pretty much has learned a lot and he has become super strong to a very much big extent. He has become very strong. His muscles are more defined. He's wearing a much bigger grand piece robe. So Goku's girlfriend or harem, as you people like to call it, pretty much is undecided. Pretty much, I don't know. I might just put up a few characters. I hope you might like them. So let's see. So yeah, yes, this one will do just right. So pretty much the people who are gonna be in Goku's harem are pretty much gonna be Vados as well as Kev and Khalifa. Pretty much. Yeah, I know, it's a bit weird, but yeah, just allow it, guys. Just allow it for now at least. Pretty much, just allow it. Cause there's pretty much I can't do shit about this. I didn't make a thumbnail. I wasn't serious with this wave, but yeah, just allow it for now. So I'm gonna leave this what if off right here and continue it later on. So this what if might just be 2 parts, pretty much, cause there isn't much effort in this and I've left a whole lot of shit out. But I hope you like and subscribe to the channel. Thank you guys for making me reach 1,140 pretty much. I know we can make it to 2K by the end of the year. So you guys keep on liking the content. For the next part, this is gonna be 15 likes and 2 comments, because the comment was not really that up. But I promise I'm gonna make better thumbnails and better content in general. So peace out, guys.